My name is Draven Fuller. Stage name is just Draven. I also go by DBV, or you may know me as DBV or Draven's Blunt View. I have 5 releases right now on SoundCloud. The first song, Conway Cruising, is basically about Conway Road here on Maryville and what it has meant to me in my 5 years here. The next release was Strange Fruit, which is a song chronicling several relationships in my life. Third release was Been That Guy, which is basically me telling you kind of the why, the way I am, things of that nature. Fourth release is Iowa Winters, which is about, I'm originally from Iowa, and it's just about going back home for Christmas breaks and things I do in relationships I've had. And the last release that I just released was This That, and that is my personal favorite. It was the most fun to write for me, and yeah, I think it's a lot of fun. For me, it's the best. I want to get better every time, and that being my 5th release, I feel it's my best, so I'm proud of that.
And so all of your songs and your blog posts are written from your personal experiences, correct?
Right.
Was there a certain song or work, like a piece of your work that was really difficult for you to write, or fun in the aspect of being very emotional and true to yourself?
Right. I would say a lot of my blog posts, Dear Mom, Look What I've Done is one that's pretty personal. I wrote it after it was the 10-year anniversary of my mom's passing. It just kind of talks about some of the milestones I've been through, or milestones I've achieved since her passing. That's one that's very dear to my heart, I would say. Strange Fruit, as far as music, probably is, just because it's real personal relationships. That song took me about a year to write, so going through that process and all those emotions, thoughts, and things like that, I really like that song. It's probably the most emotional song for me, I would say.
If you could collaborate with any other artist out there, who would it be and why?
I would say probably Kendrick Lamar. I feel like my personality is most in tune with his out of anybody I could pick in the industry, and just thought process. I'd like to pick his brain, let alone collaborating, but I think musically we could, do some real good stuff. I would say my biggest guilty pleasure is one of my favorite songs ever is Bulletproof by LaRue. If you know that song, I heard it when I was 13 on a basketball trip, and it was on the radio, and I couldn't stop singing it. So Bulletproof LaRue is probably my guilty pleasure. When I started DBV, I kind of knew that I wanted to make it really big. As far as moments, honestly, the moment my uncle told me to start a blog, when he was like, hey, you should start writing, the moment I started coming up with that was really, I would say, a turning point in my life, really. When I started writing, it changed a lot of things. It allowed me to know myself better and know what I wanted to do. It gave me a hobby, and now it's given me something to do professionally. So I would say the day my uncle told me to actually put my thoughts into writing was probably the most pivotal day. So DBV consists of 2 or 3 elements. So one is Draven's Blunt View, which is my blog, and it's kind of a motto, a lifestyle that I go by as well as our team. Another aspect is Despite a Billion Variables, which will very soon be a reality TV show available on YouTube. And then we have Clothing, which is just DBV Clothing, that's Draven's Blunt View. So those are basically the main 3 aspects: music, writing, clothing, and then eventually we'll have a TV show.
What do you picture when you picture someone listening to your music, and what are some of the feelings that you hope they feel?
Introspection, somebody probably being by themselves. I don't have too much party or social music. Most of it's just thought-provoking things. So I picture, I guess, somebody relaxed, doing one of their favorite hobbies, reading a book or whatever it is, and my music in the background. Honestly, I hope I just make them think. I hope there's at least one line in the song that will make them think a different way, or think about something that they haven't thought about in a while. You want as much support as possible, and I mean, if you know people, you want them to share and to like and to tell you about every post you have or whatever it is, but it's just not realistic. I had somebody ask me, have you gotten as far as you've wanted to in the 3 years? And there's no real way to answer that question. You achieve things that you didn't have in your goals, and some of your goals you don't achieve, but they're not things that you necessarily needed in the end of it. So I would just say I'm happy with where I'm at. I'm glad that I'm able to have a brand and a following, and people do care about the things I say and do, so I'm grateful. I mean, I'll never complain about the 1, 2, 30, 100 people that support me. Biggest support system I would say is probably my family and friends. I think the people that really know me before they know what I'm doing really respect what I'm doing because they know where it's coming from and they know how I am on the day in and day out. Very seldom will you see a friend or a family member that doesn't have a wristband on, or they probably have purchased a hat or a t-shirt and things like that. And that's really cool for me because it's important for the people that you care about most and that care about you most to support the things that you like to do and that you love to do. So that's real cool for me. I've had Tommy, one of my better friends here, who's an artist. If you haven't seen any of his art, you should. He painted a piece of me personally that it was from a picture that we took in an intro to digital design class we took together, and he asked me for the picture and said he wanted to paint it, and I was like, cool, do a portrait. He asked me what to do with it. I was like, hey, it's all up to you, you're an artist, and he sent back a really dope piece. So that's been one of the coolest things I've had as an artist, for somebody else to paint something to me because they like what I'm doing. So what's next for me is this summer I will be opening my own music studio as well as art studio, digital design, photography, and artistic management company. And that will run basically off the Despite a Billion Variables, DBV. And through that we will have a reality show, TV channel through YouTube, which will basically chronicle and document what we do in the office, what we do in the day in, the music I'm making, behind the scenes, touring, all that stuff will be encapsulated into a show. It's basically, despite everything that could have happened in life, this is where we are now, this is what I'm doing, and this is me. So that's what Despite a Billion Variables is, and that's what the TV show will encapsulate. Shout out to everybody that's bought merchandise. Shout out to everybody that has read a post ever, whether it was the first one or the 104th. I would just say, for everybody, do what you love to do. For me, I can't tell you how much it's paid off for me, not monetarily, but just every day waking up doing what you love to do and what you feel like you're on this earth to do. There's nothing better than that. So catch me cruising, not a worry on my mind now. Catch me cruising, I ain't worried about time now. My view of Conway look good today. I feel like Kanye in my hood today.